Feel blessed, be blessed, and stay blessed. Good morning. Minutely big. You see, I've come to understand it's things that we don't seem to realize that actually make a moment be whatever it is. There's nothing wrong with having a general idea of how something could end or should end. The trick is not to become fixated on that idea that you created, to allow there to still be room for what could happen despite the idea you may have come up with. Have you ever taken a moment and went out of your way to try to plan some special moment and things don't seem to go exactly the way you expected? Not saying that moment wasn't special, but because you were so fixated on the things that you had planned to go the way you wanted them to go, that when things start to veer off from that path, you find yourself becoming agitated. You find yourself to become stressed and worried and thinking that it's not a perfect moment or it's not what it should be because it's not the idea of what you thought it was going to be. Learning to allow life to be life is one of the hardest things you could ever do. But it's only when you allow life to be life can you come to sit with life and begin to understand the ins and outs of life. It's the small things that hold more value than the big things. It's those things that happen that are small in time, but you never forget in your mind. Like the first time you seen your child walk, or the first time you fell in love, the first time for anything is the most important thing. Because even if that moment reoccurs again, it won't hold that same joy and passion you got from the first time it occurred. So it's almost as if you're chasing that sensation. One must be willing to step away from the egotistical state of how things should be and move from a solistic state of how things could be. Allowing your ego to be set to the side and remove I from the scenario and simply allow your soul to flow and show you all the infinite possibilities of what could happen. To become fixated on any one thought for too long is dangerous. And it's because of that fixation that you may miss all the beautiful things that can occur while you're fixating on one particular thought or one particular moment, thinking that because it didn't happen exactly how you pictured it, then that moment is not as important. Not seeing the fact that you are the reason why that moment lost any type of value because you were so fixated on one simple thing to happen instead of you were so fixated on one big thing happening instead of being fixated on all the small things happening up to that moment of that big thing. It's those moments of pause in life where we take time to slow down and really absorb the things that are around us, that we truly find joy and passion in life. It's when we no longer sit up here and say that things should be this way because I did this, then this person should respond this way. Or that person should do this because I did that. When the truth of the matter is, once you get to the point where you just simply do what you're supposed to do without question, you simply just do what you're supposed to do, you begin to make room for life to begin to play back with you. You allow life to see that you're now ready to dance, that you're no longer going to fight all the different infinite possibilities of how any situation could possibly end, allowing room for all those things to occur simultaneously. And then bam, there it goes. That perfect moment that you did not expect, it occurs. Stumbling across a lover or a friend at a time when you were ready to give up on having friends or having another lover. And you simply allow life to just play with you. And you start seeing the small signs that life gives you, letting you know that what you're doing is actually the best thing for you to do, because you're no longer resisting. You're no longer fighting. You're no longer wasting time from an egotistical state and trying to make up a scenario of how things should be. You're just learning to flow with life. You're allowing yourself to be yourself within any given moment. To no longer say, I want this to be that way, or I want this to be that way. You simply say, how beautiful would it be if things occurred in one fashion or another? Not placing any kind of details or reasonings behind it, just simply saying how beautiful a moment would be. How beautiful a moment would be. How beautiful a moment would be. Allowing any moment to become a beautiful moment. Because you're not resisting, you're not wasting time trying to find the perfect words or trying to find the perfect action or the perfect outfit or whatever it may be. You simply allow life to blossom. You simply allow life to just be life, be it good or bad. There is so much in this world that we have no control over whatsoever. And when you learn to let go of that control that we already don't have to begin with, then you allow more room for real passion and joy to be there. Whenever things don't go our way, that's when all the negative emotions start to flood in. That's when all the fear and all the self-loathing and all these bad things begin to come to your mind, because that moment was not what your ego expected that moment to be. And in nature, the ego, if it's not satisfied, it begins to try to destroy and break down. All that there is. Because the ego wants to be right at every turn, at every second, always be right. The soul, on the other hand, simply allows life to be life. The soul, on the other hand, simply allows things to be as they are. And no matter what it is, you just simply find beauty in what it is and not what it isn't. You simply sit there and you allow life to simply just be minutely big. The small details become the bigger picture. The small things become the moments that hold joy. It could be something as simple as someone walking past you and giving you a smile that you did not expect. And in that smile, you find so much joy and passion and love for life. Learning not to fight life, but coexist with it. Allow it to do what it does. But no matter what it does, you choose to always respond to that with smiles and love and faith and caring and understanding. Not hate, not fear, not self-loathing, not worrying, not doubting, but simply allowing life to be what it is in every moment, because no matter the moment, how stressful it may be, it's still beautiful. Because there are things that are out of our control, but how we perceive those things is completely up to you. And once you learn to move from a state of simply just saying, no matter what occurs, I will find something beautiful within that moment. No matter what it is, I will find something beautiful in that moment. No matter what it is, I will find something beautiful in that moment. And simply embracing all that there is with the love, passion, faith, and understanding, oneness with everything around you. It's a beautiful thing. It truly is. It's truly a beautiful thing when you learn to just be like water and just flow, to not be stagnant, to not become stuck on one emotion or one page of your life, to always just simply flow through life, becoming whatever life is in the moment that it is, and seeing the beauty that it is in any moment given. It may sound crazy. It might just sound really crazy to some of those that choose not to see it for what it is. But crazy or not, theoretical or not, is that not a beautiful way to be? Is it not? Feel blessed. Be blessed. And by all means, get wet. Flow like water. Stay blessed. Good morning. Good morning to you all.